we last left off, did we talk to anybody? Wait, we talked to the mayor, didn't we, briefly? Or in the smithy?
You talked to the smith, and you got some of the things that you had getting repaired and everything.
Oh, and then the mayor escorted us out and we left, right.
Yeah, yeah. You guys decided that you didn't want to actually bed down in the village,
Right.
so you guys are like camped off a little bit of a ways away.
Gotcha.
You've already got the camp set up and everything. You know that you've got about probably 2 days until the full moon because you took a little bit of a faster route along an actual trail for a bit before ducking back into the woods. So
Right.
shave some time off your travel plans. But yeah, it seems the big decision is how you're going to deal with the village. You guys know that unless the hunters have come back, and there's no evidence that they have, that there's maybe a dozen or so people in the village, like the mayor and the smith and like 10 others. So it's not a huge population for you guys to have to concern yourselves about. Um, you don't know when the hunters are due back, but again, you haven't seen any sign of them. So
Didn't we kill them?
I was gonna say, didn't we kill them?
you killed one group of hunters,
Oh, okay.
but there are others out there.
Gotcha. Alright, so I wasn't the only one. I was like, no, wait, we killed a group of hunters.
Yep. Yes, you killed the group that was escorting your friend
Robert, what's up?
Robert back to town so he could be sacrificed.
Right. Yep.
So you killed that group. So given the size of that group, there was like half a dozen of them. So you would guess that the hunting groups are probably all roughly the same size.
Mhm.
So it gives you at least some ballpark numbers to concern yourselves with. Other than that, it's a matter of figuring out what you're going to do and how you're going to do it.
All right.
And I've got your figures over here on the map, just kind of off to the side. You guys aren't camped that close to the village. It's just that way you're on the map in case you need to see the map for planning purposes or something.
I think someone was going to teach me Path of the Blade. I thought. Or was I going to have to learn that on my own?
You're doing that on your own because Path of the Blade is
Okay.
a proficient talent.
Okay.
What I can teach you is blade expertise, blade. I mean, the talent, the blade skill.
So, Chris, is this morning?
It is morning.
So we have, is it 8 quarter days we have available to us? Or?
You've got today, and then you don't know exactly when during the full moon the sacrifices happen.
So we got 4 for sure.
You've got today for sure, and at least 2 tomorrow. After that, it gets dicey.
Yeah, if sword fighter, I can teach you, Anita.
Sorry?
The talent I can teach you is sword fighting.
Ah.
So yeah, looking back to the thing here, it looks like Okatai had gone out hunting. Everybody's already eaten and drank for the day. So yeah, I think you guys are good to do whatever it is you need to do for this quarter day.
I assume someone has a plan. yes, the plan to confront the mayor.
Yeah. I'm not generally the thinker of the group. That's really a you and Okatai kind of thing.
I think it's best that I solve this problem.
Well, I mean,
I can take over as mayor.
the sword and I are gonna probably do some work.
That's an excellent plan.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
thinking that these guys are probably getting tired of sacrificing their friends and family to whatever monster they're doing so to. And
Demon.
perhaps I
Think.
can rally them behind us if we give them evidence that we can wipe out whatever this beast is.
Although this could be happening for so long that they just accept it as is. So who knows?
before we do anything, I need to pick up my shield.
Yeah, you guys got all your stuff from the smithy last time.
Did we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And if not, we'll say you did.
Okay. That's good, because that shield is in rough shape.
But yes, as you guys get up in the morning, it's a little bit cool for late spring, and there's a bit of a downpour, kind of like the weather we had here in New Brunswick yesterday. That sort of thing where like it's raining all the time, and then periodically it rains really heavily, and you can like barely hear yourself think.
My favorite kind of rain.
I prefer it with thunder and lightning, but
If the real threat here is a demon, then Okatai and myself, I think, can take care of it.
Depending on how strong a demon it is, I suppose. Sure.
And there's always a danger when it comes to demons.
There's danger everywhere. Have you seen this island?
It's
Right.
possible that I can bind it, make it so it listens to me instead of anyone else.
is that better? I mean, it's better than it listening to the mayor, but are you going to be able to send it away?
In theory, I can bind it. Timing would be difficult. But I could put its soul in something. If I have time to finish my book.
Well, I think we should give you time then.
It's dangerous magic, however. I'm not certain to succeed.
Seems to me that all of your magic is dangerous magic.
Katai's is much the same. Magic is dangerous. For this to work, I will need strength of will.
Do you have that?
I have some, but if you can help me share yours, give us a better chance.
How is that done?
Magic.
Well,
Well, who would have more will than Coldy Fig?
I
have
would.
plenty to share.
I would. I mean, I like Inalcaldi, but
He's actually
you know.
talking about Will, and I'm full up right now.
Yeah, so am I. Always, because none of my stuff uses it. And I roll like crap.
Well, it's going to be a novel experience for you, running out of Will.
Well, that's what it feels
Well,
like.
while you're reading, then I'll just practice with my normal sword for a bit, and make sure that I'm good and limber when we decide this is all going to happen.
We're not even sure there's a demon involved. We know there are demons here, though. I've seen them.
Okay, what are the odds that a demon isn't involved?
I think slim.
Okay, then. I think we can pretty much, they're sacrificing people. Pretty sure we can safely assume. Don't you think?
There is power in sacrifice.
I mean, we
No.
can ask Robert and see if he knows for sure.
Now, make sure if there's going to be a wave of death, it doesn't go to us. It goes elsewhere, right? Not saying that you did the Yankee on purpose, but we don't want a repeat of that situation.
Magic is always somewhat random. There's always the chance of things going wrong. That goes with Okatai's magic as well as mine.
We're fighting a demon. We want less random, more confidence, please. If you're saying, hey, we're going to try something, there's a 10% chance it's going to go this way, the way we want, I think we need a new damn plan.
I'll start reading while you come up with a new plan. I think your odds are about right.
10%.
That's not reassuring at all.
Perhaps 15. Depends on the demon.
15% chance of success.
Three
Yeah, I'm gonna
things
go.
have to go right.
This is a horrible plan. Who came up with this plan?
I think I should practice with my blade.
I think you should practice with your blade. I think the new plan is we'll go in there, we kill the mayor, and we start killing anybody else until they decide that, yes, we're in charge. There'll be no more of the demon shit.
It doesn't mean the demon goes away. If it's here.
Yeah, we don't know what happens if it doesn't get a sacrifice, do we?
You need us to go with you?
Don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I mean, like, can I stay home while you risk your life and watch the fire or something?
I thought you said you were full of willpower, Cully. Where's your
Yeah,
force of will
I'm
now?
also not stupid. 15% chance
Well.
is not a gambling odd.
Never
I will
tell him
take
the
your word
odds.
to the gambling bit. I am willing to wager that you know more about gambling than I do. So
Yes.
I'll
Well,
trust
that
you
would be
on
a good wager.
that would
It
be
would be a
pretty
bad
sweet.
wager if there was a 15% chance of it.
I can only tell you what I'm capable of. Okatai may have tricks up his sleeve that I'm not aware of.
You're telling me what you might be capable of if we roll well.
I could try to talk to my sword and see what she thinks about demons, but I'm pretty sure she's not going to be in favor of them.
Yeah, well, have a chat with the sword then. Sword. I'm the only sane one left.
I don't know about that.
You're
That's
right.
all relative.
You're right. The orc over here seems pretty clever. Baldy just kind of wanders out in a bit and a half. Not in a half, but aspiration, I think is the term.
Mm.
50%? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's not reassuring. All right.
Lunch
It's
on
a
that,
solid
let alone my life.
15%. It's a solid 15% chance.
Wouldn't bet my lunch on that, let alone my life.
I'll yeah, should probably get a little away from you guys just in case, conversations go weird and the sword takes offense or something. Not that she's done that before, but she's done that before. So,
She doesn't like me very much.
well, I mean, there's a limit. Yeah, there are things you probably shouldn't talk about in front of my sword. My God, that feels so stupid. to say.
Stress getting rid of a demon and ending human sacrifice as opposed to whatever you did to get you here.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of a given. Yeah.
I'll start reading. And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Get the mayor to spill the beans. Do we need to catch them in the act? What's your end game on that?
Do we have an end game on that?
Perfect world. We take over. Demon goes away. Everybody happy and work for us.
I mean, do we
That's-
just sweep the
that's
rug under
perfect.
their feet? We need proof of what's happening. I mean, I don't know.
I don't have proof of anything. In fact, I think I missed the episode you guys found proof.
Well, Robert said it as much, but
Robert said it.
do we want to confront her? Do we want to just pull the rug under her feet?
If we're going to confront her, we definitely don't want the rest of the village hanging out in her office.
Yeah.
Assuming that's where we confront her. I mean, it's inside a building and it's out of the eyesight of most people. And we definitely want to do it before she gets her hands on that chainmail. Hopefully she doesn't. I don't remember. Was she wearing armor when we went to talk to her?
She does have studded leather, yeah.
Okay.
I'll need to save my strength for the demon, assuming it shows up. Can use my bow in a fight, but I have to save my will in case it arrives.
Yeah. Would it show up to save her or to try to help her?
It depends on the pact they've made. If they've made a pact. All of this is just guessing, really.
Are those written down?
Perhaps.
If we wait until they make their sacrifice, he's probably going to show up.
I mean, if somebody was sacrificing something to me, I'd be there.
I believe we have a day to prepare. We should use it wisely.
Can we find an excuse to get her out of her office and somebody into her office to take a look and see if she's got something written down? I don't know how this magic stuff works, so. Is that needed, or is just, making a promise in a cornfield good enough?
And I can't make her do anything that she doesn't want to do while she's alive.
There might not be a written thing.
Gotcha.
And have the chance that if there's a written thing, it's the demon that has it.
Was there a bar there?
There's the inn.
There's like a little kind of tavern, common room type of thing.
You know, the place where the guy was looking at you like he was gonna stab you?
Yeah. Did he go away?
You haven't seen him, but you haven't really been looking for him either.
Lovely. Because I was thinking of going back to the tavern and kind of making a bit of, do the rabble rousing. Tell some stories about bad things that happen to communities that work with demons and how mighty people have defeated the devil and stuff like that. Maybe brag
Just
you
make
guys
sure-
up a little bit.
Just make sure you don't get yourself selected as the next sacrifice.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
So just make sure you don't get yourself selected as the next sacrifice.
Well, you guys are going to come to my rescue anyway, right?
Is that the
Right?
plan? Is that
Yes,
the plan?
right. Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely. Uh-huh. Sure. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not that good in a fight, but I can try to move the people so they're more disgruntled about the current situation, and more likely to be on our side when shit goes down. Like I said, they got to be tired of sacrificing friends and family.
You'd think.
And who knows? Maybe I'll find out if it's the devil or not.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Asking them how they managed to have such good crops when
No, that's not the way to go
other
around this one.
towns we've been to don't.
No, that's a bad way to play it.
Okay. I don't know.
Well,
You're better.
if they realize we're on to
talking
their
things.
demon things, it
Yeah.
might be seem more difficult for us.
Yeah, that one would get me that one would get me stabbed quick. That wouldn't even get me to sacrifice.
Yeah, let's avoid that then. Okay. You guys figure out what you're figuring out. I'm gonna go have a chat with myself. And
your sword.
yeah.
All right, you go have a chat with Sword. I'm going to rest up first. I want to hear what your Sword has to say before I get into this. Because I would like to raise that 15% chance to at least 30. Because there's only that percentage chance goes down if we don't have the town on our side.
Think? Are we
Yeah,
counting on the
I
town
figure there's a
being on our
50-50
side?
chance we get the town on our side. That means that 15% chance just turns into 7.5.
There's another option, but perhaps Dizzy should go have a conversation with her sword first.
Yes, that's the best idea. And I think I'm going to take a nap. Because I've got to be awake during the night, right?
Yeah, please.
Do you want to train a bit with your sword before we go forward with that?
Well, I'm gonna go have a chat with it, and
Yeah, and I want to kind of have a quarter day there before you guys get there. So you can do some training before
yeah.
give me some time to talk to them, then train and then come get me. And please come get me.
Yeah.
I don't think your chat with the sword will take a quarter day, but if you want to learn the sword fighter perk, just tell me.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It might tell me that bad things, so we'll see. Good luck. And I'll be back in a bit.
Right. So Desi's going off to talk with her sword. Caldy's grabbing
She's
a
going
nap.
off to talk with her sword, and I would like to do that training for Path of the Blade,
Okay.
because that's the
okay.
one I've got written down here.
Yep. So the way it works is you can try to make the wits roll, and then if you're successful, the next time you rest, you can spend your XP.
I have the perk. I can teach her if it's sword fighter.
No, she's learning Path of the Blade, which is a fighter talent.
The fighter talent. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mixing things.
Yeah. I assume Trestius is resting with his book to spend XP.
He is.
Okay.
Although I can certainly see the appeal of sword fighter, but I do want to get Path of the Blade first, because it lets me start ignoring their armor.
All right. What would Okatai and Ryzen like to do with their morning?
I honestly don't know. I guess I could just doesn't matter much for like improvement, but probably would practice with my bone club a bit more, and because I'm not going to spend. I don't have much XP, and I can't really find anything that I absolutely want to buy right now. So
Okay.
either that, or if we need something, go like forage or what have you, or just keep watch. But probably just practice in case I have to actually beat villagers.
Limbering up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And watch.
Yeah. What would Okatai like to do?
Did we just come out of rest?
Yeah, you guys. It's the morning. You guys slept overnight. Caldy kept watch. Nothing happened. Got up in the morning, had breakfast, and started talking about plans.
Okay. Is anybody keeping watch right now?
I'm assuming Ryzen could keep watch while he's practicing. It's not going to interfere with anything. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are inside the town right now, right?
No, you guys are outside. You guys have set up your camp outside
Okay.
town.
Double checking.
Since I was tired last time I rested and I didn't get my technically I didn't get my wits back because I was tired when I rested. I'm gonna rest again.
Okay. Alrighty. So I'll get Ryzen to give me a scouting check.
Just straight roll?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. Desi can give me a wits roll. Okay. You're muted.
Sorry. I can push that, right?
No, because you can only push skill rolls.
Damn. Okay.
So your training in the morning is going to not yield any benefit.
Okay.
I mean, you're definitely out there and you're practicing with your sword and communing with the sword. You do know that talking to the sword in your dreams when you're asleep does seem to be a little bit better.
Yes, it's more productive. She's much friendlier.
Friendly.
I know, it's hard to believe, but
She's only tried to kill me 3 times. In one conversation.
We
Haven't
tried to pull
tried
other people
to
off you too.
threatened to, maybe. Warned you a couple of times, but not tried.
But yes.
I recall sleeping in front of you to protect you, actually.
So while you're communing with your sword, you can feel its presence. as soon as you kind of like undo the peace bonding on it.
Yep. Oh boy. Brith.
Yes.
I'm going to guess that in your long existence that you know something about demons.
I know that they are an abomination to be killed.
Okay. What about people who make deals with demons to make sure that they have good crops? How do you feel about that?
What are the laws of the land?
I don't know. I think every town kind of makes them up as they go along.
That is inefficient.
I agree, but here we are. Because I think someone's sacrificing people to make sure that the town has good crops.
Murder is against the law.
It is. It depends on how you classify murder and sacrifices.
Sacrifice denotes an unwillingness, which makes it murder.
Does it though? I mean, I could check. I do know someone that they planned to sacrifice, and I know he wasn't terribly keen. But I don't know if that's normal or anything. So if they're going willingly, it's fine. If they're not, it's murder, right?
I believe so.
Okay. I'm going to maybe I'll go into the town and chat with the one that we know that survived, and the speed that you killed the guy in the sack. Is that how fast you normally react to things like that?
Criminals must be brought to justice. Prices must be paid.
Okay, that's not exactly a yes or a no. Okay, I'll just take it that you're keen, and yeah, we'll see how this chat goes. She'll resheath Brieth and peace bond it again to try to make sure that nothing untoward happens.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go try to find Robert.
Well, you know where Robert's house is, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's home, but I'm certainly gonna go check.
Okay. All right. So while that's happening, I mean, it is miserably wet out there. Thankfully, you guys do have a camp, which is in like a dry area, kind of raised up a little bit. Even then, the tent, even then, like water is pooling here and there. But Ryzen, you don't see anything out and about. There's like it's so much of a downpour that even the wildlife has hunkered down.
Mm-hmm. Is it so heavy that it's even obscuring my ability to see?
To some extent.
Okay.
not like if you were, if you were engaged in combat, for example. If they were like far away, you might have some difficulties.
Yep.
But it is enough for you to realize that the people in the village, weather like this, people hunker down.
Right.
Like there's not going to be anybody out tilling their fields. There's not going to be anybody out on the little lake fishing. There's not going to be, people just hanging out in their backyards, like talking with their neighbors. Like this is the sort of weather where everybody just like hunkers down in their home, stays warm, stays dry, sort of thing. So moving through
Right.
the village at this stage is probably going to be easier than if there's a bunch of people, going about their lives.
Right. Depending on what we want to do, of course. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, the rain is heavy enough, though, that during the time you're on watch while everybody's sleeping, while Trestius is pouring through his book, nothing comes to disturb you.
Okay.
Can I hit the rest button?
Yes, those of you who are sleeping or resting can hit the rest button, and if you want to spend XP, you can do so.
Outstanding. I'll pick up blood level 3.
And Desi, you make your way to Robert's house, and you notice much the same thing that that Ryzen did while he was on watch. There's just nobody around.
Yeah, I'm not keen on being out here either, but info needs to be gotten.
Info.
So I'll knock on Robert's door. Kind of bang on it. See if he answers.
All right.
Yeah, after a few moments, it's like, who is it?
Desi.
Desi who? No, I'm kidding.
Desi.
Just tell him we're a day early. See him shit his pants.
Yeah, come on in out of the rain.
Yeah. She'll like step inside the doorway and kind of shake off. Stamp her feet a bit to get that gross wet feeling at least a little lessened. I've got a couple of questions for you if you're alone.
Yeah, ain't nobody else here.
Okay. This sacrifice.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't thrilled about it.
I'm still not, but I feel better about things now that you guys are here.
Yeah. Well, we're trying.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like you guys and all, but better you than me, right?
Oh, that's not gonna happen. Either. You or us. I mean, I'm sure that's... Are they planning to kill us? Are we the next sacrifices?
Well, it's generally how it goes. I mean, I expressed how, kind of sorry I was for that.
No, that's fine. No one volunteers for this, though, right?
We have a lottery.
The lottery. Okay. Do you know who made the deal?
Oh, I assume Marissa did.
How long ago did these sacrifices start?
Before I got here.
Wow, that tells me nothing.
Well, I've been here probably going on a year. I've been through I've been about a year. And I know when I decided to stay, it was made clear to me that in order to stay, you have to draw your stone from the lottery.
Right.
I mean, it's not always the lottery. I guess winner's kind of a poor choice of words. It's not always the one who draws the black stone that gets sacrificed. I mean, sometimes, there's other people in town at that time, and they usually, he kind of, gestures up kind of points. They're usually the ones that get taken up to the pyre.
Mm.
So, so in a way, I'm really glad to see that you guys are back in time.
Gotta stop saying that, man. Do you know who? Like you said, you think it's the mayor that made the deal.
I would assume
Do you
so. She's
know-
in charge.
Yeah. Do you know who she made the deal with?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I'm guessing there are a few different things.
Yeah. She. When they do the sacrifice, she uses the name Tranok.
That's good to know.
So, I mean,
I don't remember if you told us that before or not.
so I don't know if. I mean, I'm not a sorcerer or anything. I don't know anything about those, but that seems to be the name she refers to during the sacrifices. But
Yes, there it is.
they bring it up during the full moon, and they tie the sacrifice to the pyre and light the pyre, and then we have good crops.
They burn.
I mean, as long as you don't draw the black stone, it's really not a bad life. I mean, I feel bad for people, but everybody understands that it's kind of the price you pay. I mean, other villages back home where I come from, everybody had to pay taxes. So
Yeah. It's a different.
so I guess it's kind of like that.
No.
I mean, up till me, nobody tried to run, and fat lot of good that did me.
You're still alive, so it did you a lot of good.
Well, I got recaptured and then brought back here in time for the sacrifice. So really, I'm no better off than I was.
Are they still?
I'm slightly better off because I ran into you guys and you guys followed me here, so now there's extra people.
See? All kinds of good. We're nothing but good luck.
So, I mean, honestly, I was thinking about it. It's like, should I try to run again? Should I not try to run again? Is this just, am I predestined to die? But you guys showing up here again has shown me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know exactly when they're planning on doing this next? Like when is this month's lottery winner sacrifice thing?
Oh, it should be in the next day or so.
Oh, you don't know if it's like tonight, tomorrow night.
No, I don't really pay that much attention to. I mean, I know they do it when the moon is full, but it looks pretty full to me already.
See, that's why I'm kind of wondering, like,
Oh, maybe it's tonight.
is there somebody you can ask?
Oh, usually when it's time, everybody, word starts to spread. Some people like to go and watch. That's not really my thing.
Okay. Let me phrase this a little differently. She's gonna kind of step up to him in a slightly threatening manner. Find out when it is, and then come and tell me. Got it?
Oh, I'm sure you'll know when it's time.
Yeah, I'd like to have a little more advance warning than 10 minutes.
Oh, God.
So go find out when it's gonna be, and then come back and tell me.
Give me a manipulation roll.
I'm not good at manipulation. I don't think.
There's a talent for that.
There is.
there?
There-
Ah.
There's a talent called threatening that lets you use your might in place of manipulation.
Oh. I need to start a list of things to get. She'll put her hand on her sword while she's doing this, though.
Oh, give me an insight check.
Not on Brieth, on her sword, the normal sword. An insight check first?
Yep.
Okay. Neither one of these is good.
That's why you have so much willpower.
Oh yeah, plenty of willpower. And that's why. So nothing on the insight check.
Okay.
And then the other was manipulation.
Yep. Note, as a human, you can spend willpower to roll the skill of your choice.
Oh, well, I will spend willpower to roll might instead. Because he knows how scary I can be. And he knows I am certainly mightier than he is.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
better.
You have to remember that willpower thing.
So two things. One, as you talk to him, you can feel this urge. Basically, the laws of this village are that if you draw the black stone, you get sacrificed, or somebody gets sacrificed in your place, and he tried to circumvent that.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes him a criminal in the laws of this village.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, it does.
Oh, I hate that sword so much.
Sorry, I missed the last couple minutes. What happened?
Oh, Robert pointed out that, it was made clear to him when he moved here that,
Yeah, I got that part.
yeah.
I didn't get why everyone's laughing about the sword.
So the sword looks at the letter of the law.
Right.
And the law is if you draw the black stone, you're due to be sacrificed, and you try to get away from it. So the sword's like, kill him.
So
The sword considers him a criminal right now.
So, since you failed the insight roll there, Desi,
Good job.
Yep, I did.
why don't you give me a melee roll?
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry, Robert.
Robert's the blacksmith, right?
No,
Nope. Robert is
Robert. Guy we saved temporarily.
Yeah, I thought he was the blacksmith for some reason. Sorry.
No.
Okay.
Right. So that is 3 damage to poor old Robert.
Oh no.
He's still alive?
I don't know.
Ah.
Oh.
You're a loose
Shit.
cannon, Desi.
Everybody's shitting on Trastius.
I think
Well,
we're
when
just good
Desi's-
on magic from now on.
I killed one dinosaur, and everyone's mad. She's killed 2 people.
That's not the only thing you did.
All right. So as you feel the sword kind of like filling you with this, you have to follow the law. Before you know it, like you've undone the peace bonding, and drawn the sword and basically cut off his ear.
Oh.
Hey.
She doesn't get any kind of like willpower kind of roll to resist the urge, or was that what we just rolled?
That was the insight roll.
Oh, that was the inside roll. Okay.
Okay.
Whoops.
So he's bleeding on the ground. Holding like blood is gushing out of his ear. Thankfully, severed ear is not a.
It's not a mortal wound.
It's not a mortal. Oh no, it is lethal.
What?
Yep.
no.
Whoops.
Yeah, he will die in a few days if he's not treated.
Oh, okay. A few days. Infection, and I could see that.
Yeah, blood loss, infection, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so yeah, you like just reach out and he's like slash off his ear, and he just kind of like looks at you in shock. His hand kind of goes up to like the now kind of bloody mess on his face, and he kind of looks at the blood on his hand, and then he like just slumps unconscious because he's broken.
Good talk.
Good talk.
And the voice in your head says like, he came back, so he gets off light.
So does
Man,
that? She kind of looks at the sword as she's resheathing it and retying it. So does that mean you're not going to get offended by whoever's making these sacrifices? Because it's the law of the town?
It's the law of the town. As long as the law is being followed, I will have no part in things.
Oh, so now demons are fine.
It is the law.
You are ridiculous. So if we go to a town where necromancy is fine, because they're using them as farmers, you're going to be fine with that too? It's no longer this big crime against nature?
Yes. The laws of man supersede the laws of nature.
So demons are okay as long as people agree. That doesn't... No wonder you're stuck in a sword. Okay, Desi is going to just kind of disgustedly leave Robert's house and head back toward the camp.
Okay. Perfect. So yeah, so between the training and then the talking with the sword and the talking with Robert, that'll basically take up your morning. So everybody kind of reconvenes at lunchtime. Okatai and Kaldi wake up feeling refreshed. You guys can both hit your rest buttons.
Thank you.
Desi looks irritated.
Yeah, but that's every day for Desi.
It's not usually. I mean, she might get irked now and then, but it's usually pretty brief.
This is an extended irked.
Yes.
Oh.
This is a kicking rocks kind of irritated.
So yes, you guys have reconvened and you can figure out what you would like to do in the afternoon.
So, I talked to Briath. And because it's the law of the town that they all know when they decide to move here, according to Robert, who someone might want to check on.
Why?
We might have cut his ear off.
Awesome.
What?
Why did you do that?
Well, because
I might not be going to the pub now.
Yeah. Apparently, because this demonic sacrifice is the law of this particular land, this town. It's apparently fine, according to Briath. And she'll have no part in hurting anyone involved in it.
What about her?
Except for
We
Robert.
try to stop it.
Except for Robert, because he tried to run, but he came back, which is why he's not dead right now.
So you chopped his ear off because he tried to run. What's this thing going to do to us if we try to stop it?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't
Hey,
ask.
trust yes. How does this change your odds?
A little pissed.
I was hoping that if the demon showed, that Okatai and Desi and myself could kill it, essentially.
Yeah, I was hoping that too.
Without Desi, then, depends on how strong Okatai thinks he is. His magic is weak.
So is there a chance? So is there a chance if we go through with this, suddenly that sword's going to possess Desi and attack us?
That's what I'm gonna have to ask it.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that sword's fucked.
I'm gonna have a nap. Because it's easier to talk to if I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Assuming
I'm
that
gonna make sure that. I guess I'm gonna make sure that Robert doesn't bleed to death.
yeah, or get an infection or something. Accidentally
Infection in
scratch
a jungle.
accidentally scratch his brain because it's itchy. I don't know. I'll see if I can dream well and talk to the thing that came before Brius.
I'll need to meditate. But, Caldy, you said that you could share your willpower.
Yeah.
Let's take a walk.
All right. But the safe word is "ai."
I'll just yell it loud because I'm going to be asleep.
Okay, you got my back, right?
If you want to wait for me to come back from patching up Robert, I'll be
No,
watching.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll work this. I can handle Trustius. Let's go get this done.
Try not to kill you.
Try hard.
I'll try very hard.
If he kills me, burn that book, guys.
Gotcha.
Keep me alive, Trustius.
I can keep you moving.
All right, let's go.
I don't think that's how he phrased it.
I know you're not that bad at patching up people. Well, better than me. Want to give me a hand with Robert?
I think I'm going to give some willpower right now, right?
That'd be you and
Kobe
Ryzen.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, Kobe and Ryzen? Okay.
No, Caldy's going with
Trustius.
Trustius.
Yeah, I was asking if Ryzen could give me a hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like, what do you need help with?
I'm gonna go patch Robert so he doesn't bleed to death.
Yep,
I know you're better than me at medicine.
I am.
Mundane medicine, anyway.
Oh yeah, I do have a dot of healing, right?
Okay. So Desi is going to sleep. Trustius and Caldy. I assume you guys are hanging close enough around the one if you can kind of keep a watch.
Well, if he yells, I need to hear it.
Yeah.
And I assume the going to patch up Robert is not gonna take the full quarter day.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, something I want to try to learn.
Okay.
While they're doing their thing.
Yeah, and Trev, this is not a ritual, so it's immediate. So if you want to do something, you can as well.
No. All I want to do is vetch about this dumbass plan.
It is a dumbass plan. For the quarter day, Chris, I would like to enter a trance and heal my critical wounds
Okay.
after I cast this little spell.
Okay.
Critical wounds.
Yeah, you'd notice when his personality changed halfway through the campaign.
Yeah, that was.
Ah.
He wasn't really much when he started,
No, I know, but
and I miss it.
gotcha.
All right. Well, we may as well get the magic roll out of the way just to see if things go poorly or not.
All right, so I'm going to cast Transfer, which is blood. No, standard general rank 3.
Yep.
I'm only going to spend 1 willpower on this.
You can take as many as you want because I'm not going to be pulling anything in my bag from this today, and I've got 10 to share.
Since he's not resisting, I can take as much as I want, assuming I'm successful.
Yep.
I can't chance cast. Drop of my blood, I assume I can get.
Yep. So that just check the ingredient box.
Yep.
I can help you with that one.
All right.
Or level 2.
So it does not miscast.
That's all that matters.
That is all that matters.
I will take 5 willpower if he'll let me.
I'll give you take all of it if you want it.
I'm going to
use
take
the
5.
saddle.
So
5 it is.
easy peasy. So I imagine they're like off to the side, a little bit far away, and Caldy's like this little goblin looking up at Trestius and the sickly looking elf, and he just kind of does the like Doctor Strange little signals. The bands roll over and he touches his head and just drains his life essence from him.
Well, I just lost half my willpower. Now he's even less convinced about this plan.
That's the compliment was at 10 willpower.
10 willpower is a good thing.
Right. Perfect. And then you find a quiet space and sit there cross-legged and listening to the rain, kind of concentrating, meditating on achieving a sense of inner peace.
Inner peace. I might even change my hair color.
And there you go. Right. So I'll get Caldy to give me a scouting check since you're the only one there to keep watch. Okay. Right. Perfect.
I don't think I will push that.
And Okatai and Ryzen, you arrive at Robert's house, and the door is slightly ajar, and there is an unconscious Robert, like on the floor, like this huge pool of blood by his head.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh yeah, necromancy's bad.
Sorry.
Yeah, his like the left ear has been cut off very cleanly.
Well, that's good at least. And for the record, I would have bitched as much at Desi if she cleaved the Ankylosaur in half with that sword.
Yeah.
It was not against a particular character. It was against a dead Ankylosaur.
Actually, yes, that's exactly what it was.
After
You
spending
never
so
have
much
life
time with
with
him.
Don't worry, boys.
Okay. I don't care about necromancy. Unless it fucks me up. All right. I'm gonna do. What is it? Song of the Hymn, where I can spend willpower.
In that case, I think it's a critical wound, so we need to do something for the critical wound first.
So
he
yeah,
doesn't
okay.
bleed out.
yeah. So he's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
need a healing roll first, so he doesn't die.
Oh, okay. All right. Healing. Okay, there we are. Am I getting any modifiers or no?
No.
Okay.
Perfect. So yeah, you're like you look at this and you realize eventually it will clot.
Yep.
And it's already like it's got like that like tackiness to it.
Yep.
But you know enough to kind of like get some of the fresh rainwater, for example, kind of like clean the wound so sepsis doesn't sit in. Like that's the real danger, is infection.
Take a rock from the fire, press it up there firm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's no way in hell you can like reattach the ear. But you can ensure that he doesn't die as a result of the wound.
Gotcha.
So that if you actually want to get him like up and on his feet, you could do Song of the Hymn, or you could do a healing roll, or you could just let him kind of like spend the day in blessed unconsciousness.
I think I'll do that.
No, I'm just gonna pick it up and tuck him in.
Okay.
Like, have a rest, sleep in your bed, wake up and wonder what happened. But I'm not gonna wake him up.
Gotcha. So just making sure that he's comfortable and stuff.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm gonna
perfect.
take a look around his home while he's unconscious. I'm curious what he's got.
He's got like odds and sods here and there, things he's probably collected from the forest. Actually, let me see. I have a table for this.
Oh, look,
Ooh.
the unconscious guy. Let's loot him.
You're acting like I have morals or something.
Oh yeah, right.
Or
Right, forgot.
So yeah, to your kind of practiced eye, there doesn't seem to be anything, nothing of any real value, just like little things that he's got to kind of make it look like a little bit more homey. You do find in like a little wooden box, he does have 17 copper coins.
Ooh.
To rob the people we're trying to heal.
You know what? Let me see. Do I really want to take 17 copper from this guy?
Pretty sure stealing is against the Sword Code of Honor.
Maybe leave a couple for him.
I was actually thinking of just taking like 2 or 3 or whatever. Plus, you're not there. It's not like I would tell you I robbed him anyway.
Oh no, God, no! Don't tell me. Whatever.
I
you do,
wouldn't.
don't tell
I wouldn't. Sorry, how much was there?
There are 17 copper.
Oh, there were 17.
me. Jesus.
This is gonna be a party. The party I've ever played with. This will be the one with the most secrets from each other.
Oh yeah.
The terrible sins of 17 copper coins.
Yeah. Could die for that.
Are you taking them all, or are you leaving him some?
17. I will take 17, so 24. Hey, yeah, I'll take half of them.
Okay.
I'll round up, so I'll take 9.
Okay. Perfect. I'll assume that you're doing that while like Okatai is getting him tucked into bed and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's a valid number for healing, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
This is a house call.
Yeah, exactly.
You did technically just save his life.
I did.
So that he can be sacrificed next month.
Maybe.
Depends
We
on the
don't know that. It's a lottery.
Or maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lottery. It's a crapshoot. Who knows?
All right. But yeah, you guys get Robert kind of like safe and secure and tucked in, and can make your way back to the rest of the group. So if there's anything that you actually want to do during the quarter day, you're free to do so. That didn't take very long at all.
Is it still raining hard?
It is.
Okay, so no one's out and about, really?
No one is out and about.
Okay. I might just do like a little scouting of the village compared to, I don't know how thoroughly we saw it last time, so
Okay, kind of getting the lay of the land sort of thing.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So yeah, I'll
You're gonna
say
be all right. I'm going back to camp. You're gonna be fine. Rhythm.
right. Okatai, what were you doing? Sorry.
I was asking Risen if he thought he would be fine because I'm coming back to camp.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Right.
See you soon.
Yep.
I'm going back to camp to train.
Okay. What are you training?
I'm training at throwing my spear.
Throwing your spear.
The harpoonist.
Gotcha. Okay.
Baron.
Perfect. All right. So that would be a wits roll.
Wits roll.
Okay. Perfect.
I don't see my roll. I see everyone else roll when I'm on the tablet, but I don't see mine. So
You did
Uh,
succeed.
You did
You
succeed.
succeeded.
great.
Perfect. I don't currently have the Better Reach source book imported into Foundry, but I think I posted the Harpooner talent to the Discord.
Yeah, I can patch that in. Anyway, I need to sleep before I get it. So
All right. So Desi is sleeping. Trustius is meditating. Caldy's kind of keeping an eye out. Okatai is practicing with his spear. Ryzen, as you kind of take a look around, you're going to get some information, but I'll get you to give me a scouting roll to see if you get more information.
Sure. And that's when I get clubbed and press ganged. Wait, what?
That's how so some of you ended up on this island.
Yeah, exactly.
You get the new lottery badge.
I
Yeah.
should have done that as my dark secret, that I pressed you guys here. A couple of you guys here. That would have been the best one.
Oh, that's terrible.
That was what, wits?
Scouting is wits based, yeah.
I'll push it. What the?
All right.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not horrible. At least I didn't take damage.
Right. So yeah, as you're, taking your time, kind of going like from house to house, peeking in windows, things of that nature.
Peeking through windows as a halfling.
Yeah, it sounds on brand, and halflings in Forbidden Lands core are actually like really dark. Like in the core book, it describes halflings as the sort of people that are happy-go-lucky during the day, and then they go and they drink their troubles away in the tavern and go home and beat their wife and kids.
Oh man, we don't just sit and eat pies in the Shire all day and smoke tobacco? Okay.
Nope. Halflings and goblins are basically the same people. Just one of them is inwardly twisted and one of them is outwardly twisted.
Ah, okay.
But as you're looking around, true to your instincts, like everybody is inside hunker down. They're sitting around the fire, baking bread, all those sort of things you do on a cold day. The common house itself seems relatively empty, except for a few souls who probably were in here early morning and just decided to wait out the rain. In the mayor's house, she seems to be alone. She's like, you kind of see her through the windows, working on paperwork, stuff of that nature. No sign of anybody else in her house with her.
Okay, so there's no demon cuddling up to her, or vice versa. Okay.
Right. No demon in there with her. No guards or anything of that nature.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna have a look around. Do we have an idea? Do the sacrifices take place in the town, or do they take place outside of town? I forget.
They take place. There's like a big kind of ceremonial like fire pit with like the stake that you tie the sacrifice victim to and everything up towards the north of town.
North of the village.
Yep.
Okay.
Just north of the bridge.
Is that on the way back to the to our camp currently?
No, it is all the way across the village from where you guys are currently encamped.
Okay. So I thought about going to check out that area just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
But I don't. But if it's that far away, I'd rather have people with me.
Yeah. Well, it's actually like it's between Robert's house and the mayor's house. Like
So it's.
Yeah, it's on your route.
Oh, okay. If it's on the route, then I'll go.
So yeah, it's definitely like It's like a large kind of bonfire pit with the kind of petrified wood stake that they would tie victims to. See, the stake actually has like manacles attached to it. A whole bunch of like ash and soot at the bottom, like soaking wet ash and soot at this point. But you do see fragments of bone in and amongst the ashes.
Okay. Is there anything in terms of what looks like could be symbols anywhere, whether it's carved on the thing? Because anything obviously in the ground would be wet and possibly ruined by now, although I'll have a look too. But I'm looking for anything that could be like symbols or...
Gotcha. Yeah, on the manacles themselves. It looks like there's like symbols engraved in them.
Is there a roll I can do to see if I understand what those could be?
It would be a lore roll.
Well, I can try. It can't hurt. I don't have lore, but that's okay. That looks like a no, so I am not gonna push that.
Okay. Yeah, you don't know. They're definitely engraved symbols as opposed to just like random scratchings or whatever.
Okay.
But nothing that you recognize.
Okay. So it's a stake, there's manacles, ashes, so suggesting it's a bonfire type thing, like burning a witch.
Yes, very much so.
Okay. I want to look around the area around, not and see if there's anything that stands out there. I don't know. More symbols, maybe in some of the trees or whatever, the foliage and whatever the geography is like.
Nothing that draws your attention. Nothing that comes across as out of the ordinary.
Okay. So nothing that would be like potentially like a snare trap thing or a pit trap. Or...
Nope.
Okay. Don't smell any sulfur or anything. No demons are attacking me right now. Okay, I think I'll make my way back to camp then.
Okay, perfect. So the afternoon comes to pass. Caldi.
I'm gonna try to commit the symbol to memory. So if I want to relay it to anybody else, I don't know if everybody else was here already. I forget.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So Caldi, while you're on watch, all's quiet. You know, you listen to the pitter patter of the rain. You listen to Desi snoring.
Used to that.
More muttering in my sleep. Really.
Muttering in your sleep. Speaking of,
Must kill all people. Wait, what?
Desi. As you sleep, are you trying to reach out to the sword?
Yes, I am trying to reach. Well, I'm trying to reach out to Andra.
Okay. So in your dreams, you find yourself standing on a relatively featureless plain. You know, like tall grasses kind of swaying in the wind. Very beautiful elvish maiden, kind of standing there smiling at you.
Hello.
Hello.
I have some questions for you. Because this doesn't seem quite right.
Certainly.
So there's this town,
Yes.
and they sacrifice someone every month to a demon to keep the crops growing.
That seems unwise.
Yeah. But the sword, you in sword form, seems to think that's fine because it's the law of the town.
I am not. When I am awake, I am capable of making nuanced decisions. When I am not awake, I am not.
Yeah, so how do I. Because we're planning on stopping it. Because, like you said, not a wise decision to, you know, sacrifice people to a demon. How do I either keep you out of the fight or get you in it but on our side? Because right now, I'm kind of getting the feeling that if I take you with me into battle about this, that you're going to start slicing up my friends, and that's not good.
As I said, um, there's nothing that I can do.
So leave you behind.
I am not wholly myself during those times. I am incapable of discerning other than what the law is and how justice must be served.
What kind of memory do you have for that sort of thing? Um, so if I leave you, I don't know, in my bedroll when we go to do this thing, when I come back, am I going to pick you up and slaughter everybody in my tent? Or
I am powerful, but I am not omniscient. I have no memory of things that I have not taken part in.
so we just need to not talk about it around you?
If you're not sufficiently strong of will to keep me in my place, that would probably be for the best.
All right. Yeah, you took me by surprise earlier today. And you cut the ear off of someone that we rescued from this sacrifice.
I am aware.
Okay. How far away? Like, are you? How do I phrase this? Fucking done if it makes any sense. Are you unconscious when I don't have you?
I am aware
Like-
of my surroundings.
Okay, so if you're in the bedroll and we're talking at the campfire, that's probably bad.
I try not to pay attention.
Thanks. I'm trying to figure out how far away from you we need to be. When we're discussing things that you might not like.
Swords don't have ears.
Well, yeah, I thought so, but you seem to be aware of the conversation I was having with Robert earlier, and sliced his ear off, so, you know.
I heard it.
skeptical now.
I heard it because you heard it.
Ah,
Okay,
fuck.
so do you hear everything I hear?
When I am with you.
Okay, but if I leave you in the tent and I go 10 feet away, are you still hearing?
No.
Okay, so you what? Need to be on my hip? Need to be in my hand? On my person somewhere?
I can hear what you hear when I am with you.
And with would be on my person?
Yes.
Okay. That's good.
Probably if I was on your back.
Okay, that's still workable. We're going to try to find the other ones like you.
Oh, thank you.
We just need to figure out what they are and where. Which might be difficult, all things considered. But
I understand.
we are going to try. Just so you know.
Thank you. And if you require my aid against the demons, if you can meet with the king or the lord over the area and have the persons responsible declared criminals.
Or what if I don't know if there is a king here.
If you get the
Every town seems to have its own mayor, and that's about it.
what if you
Yes.
declare me king and I declare it in front of the sword, and you all agree that I'm the king? Just throwing it out there.
Without a king, without a lord, townships don't function. They fall apart.
Well, I mean, they all have their own mayor, who I guess is acting like their lord.
Then perhaps the mayor can declare these people criminals.
Yeah, we're pretty sure that the mayor's behind it.
Oh, then the lord the mayor
Yeah.
answers to.
I don't know that there is one. We can ask though. That might work. Sure. Better than the nothing we've got right now. I'd ask how are you, but you're a sword.
I am.
So weird. I am not a magic person.
No, you're a warrior.
You're the magic person.
Magic is an ineffective and haphazard tool.
Oh yeah, noticed that.
Well, you're half right.
It's haphazard, but very effective. Sadly. All right. Great talk. I need to get some actual sleep, I think.
And she will kind of fade out, and your dreams will become whatever normal dreams Desi has.
Well, just random weirdness. You know, dreams. Okay.
Right. So as the afternoon passes on, eventually Trustius comes out of his thing fully healed, so you can get rid of your critical injuries.
Okay.
Okatai, as you've got this throwing technique down pretty well. Desi, you get a night's sleep. You can, or an afternoon sleep. You can hit your rest button. Ryzen comes back from scouting out the area. You guys are all together as evening starts to settle in. It is still raining.
We're in what, tents or like a shelter of some kind?
Yeah, you guys have tents.
Okay.
Large tents.
So what do we got there, Desi? What'd you learn?
Andres suggested finding out who the mayor answers to and having her declared a criminal. Or if the mayor's not the one who makes these decisions about the lottery, then have whoever set up the lottery declared a criminal. Other than that, I should leave the sword.
How does it know who's the Lord? Why can't we declare one of us the Lord in front of the sword? It doesn't seem like the smartest thing when you're not dreaming with it.
No, it's definitely
And then
not.
that person can make the laws, not you, Trustius.
Trustius is, now that he's healed from his critical wounds, kind of sitting in the corner of the tent, the furthest corner he could find, with his book clutched to his chest and looking absolutely terrified, like a tear rolling down his face.
Yeah, 15%, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, oh shit, that's terrible, man.
Did you break him while I was asleep? What the hell?
He's seen 14 million possibilities on how this could end, and we only win in one of them.
He's reading the book from the Evil Dead.
Act 2, clicked necktie, something.
I don't know. I mean, we could try, maybe. I don't know if that would work. But we need to find out who's in charge of the lottery and then have them declared a criminal for the sword to help. Otherwise, I need to leave the sword behind.
I hate that idea too. Can we try to trick the sword before we go?
Try to what?
Trick the sword before we go.
I mean, we can try. I originally was trying to get Robert to find out exactly when the sacrifice was going to happen and who organizes this. But the sword kind of took offense to Robert having run off, so
Right.
That changed.
I have 7 manipulation. Can we try that with the sword? To make the sword think I'm the lord of the land?
You can certainly try.
That was not very...
It's like it's the
least reassuring phrase from any GM ever.
It is the best GM phrase.
You can always try.
All right. So my plan is, if it doesn't believe me, I'm going to make a performance roll afterwards and say it was all a play. Or a story I'm writing. But I'm going to need your guys' help, right? Trustius, not you.
No, listen. Demons are anathema to elves. The sword is an elf. Will understand if the demon has influenced the mayor or whoever, then it would not be law, it would be manipulation.
Are you sure that's accurate? Are you sure that's what happened?
I'm not, but if there's a demon involved, the elf would be angered. That elf would seek justice.
Putting all our lives on the line here.
75%.
Just ask the mayor on whose authority she established the law of the draw for the demon. She has no authority to set up that law.
If we can find out who the who the mayor answers to, but if the mayor is the law of the land, then what she says goes.
We know where the sacrifice is going to take place, right?
Yes, I
Yep.
went and
This is
scouted
all
it out.
Demon stuff, right? Can't we undesecrate the land?
Well, I was just there on my way back from the village, and I debated trying to take the manacles. I don't know how sturdy they were, but I don't know if this matters or not. I'll try to draw the symbols I saw if there's the ground, if the ground is soft enough or something. I don't know if it'll help it or not, but I saw the symbols that are on the manacles. I don't know if they're actually relevant or not.
I'll hand you parchment and a pen.
Okay, I'll draw what I saw to the best of my
Okay.
memory.
Is there a lore roll or something that we can make?
Yes. Trustius and Okatai could make lore rolls.
That sounds important, doesn't it?
Maybe. I can tell you that I saw the stake, the manacles, there's a whole bunch of wet ash, some bone fragments. I didn't see anything else in the area that seemed relevant, like nothing that would be like a trap or no other symbols that say on the trees or anything like that.
Anybody know the name of this demon thing?
Yes.
Yeah, we got that at some point.
The demon's name is Tranich.
Trenic?
Do you know anything about that, Trustius?
The book might.
No, the book doesn't. You already checked.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what this thing says.
Marissa, we do know that Marissa says the prayers during the sacrifice.
2 successes, nice.
We found that out July 14th.
Oh, both of you. Look at that.
Look at that.
Wow.
Right.
Go magic.
So yeah, as you look at those symbols,
Once
symbols.
again, I don't see my own roll, so
Yeah, you got 2.
okay, good.
Actually, I'm curious. I'm just gonna try something. So, do you see your roll when I make it?
I do. I do indeed.
That is so weird.
Weird.
So yeah, the two of you look, and Trustius, you've seen those symbols in your book. Those are very similar to the bind soul ritual that you have learned.
Okay.
And Okatai, as you're thinking about this, okay, you know, part of that looks like the transfer spell as well. And since you both got 2 successes, you would guess, like, according to what you've heard, what you've researched, what the sword told you, everyone who steps foot on this island, their soul is earmarked for the flayed one. Somehow, the souls that are sacrificed, it looks like the manacles, probably the pole, are capturing their soul during the rite, and then kind of trickling it out like a little battery. So somebody is snatching souls that rightfully should belong to the flayed one.
Via the manacles.
Via the manacles, maybe the poles, because the manacles are attached to the pole. But that seems to be... It seems like that sacrifice pyre is more of a key than the sacrifice itself.
Getcha.
Like, if they were just sacrificing people, killing them, those souls would go to the flayed one. You know, do not pass go, do not collect $200 sort of thing. So think of this as almost like a line tap or a wire tap.
Well, I expect if we destroy the sacrificial altar, then we can put an end to this problem.
You know, I feel like without the physical manifestation of that pillar, they can do their ritual.
Well, there's only one way to find out if the demon will, well, show itself. And try to protect the altar as best it can. But it is the key, I think.
Well, this is out of my
Do you
depth.
think it's the same demon that the one that earmarks when you get on the island?
Well, if we had a way to contact Jakuls, I suppose he would solve this himself, but I'm not sure that's something we'd like to do, even if we could.
The boy can work on the Yakuza if he's stealing from him.
Best to get rid of this thing, I think.
Maybe we could start with getting rid of the pillar itself, and then we'll see where it goes.
Sorry, pardon?
Maybe we could get to the ritual ground and get rid of the pillars and mantle before they get there, so they can't actually make the sacrifice. That will anger them, but at least we made sure that they can't finish them.
Gotcha.
Probably we either speak to the mayor or we destroy the altar. One or the other. Or both.
Ultimately, I'll call on the mayor, so we can also do the ritual.
Well, if we're going to destroy it, I think destroying it would be the first thing to do before talking to the mayor.
If we destroy it, we might get an angry mob, though. Just be aware of that.
And if we don't destroy it, then we could end up being the next sacrifices.
Yes.
I'm not against destroying it, just we need to be prepared, ready for war.
Every moment on this island, I'm prepared for something to jump me or attack me. or for something to go wrong and suddenly whatever weird shit's gonna happen.
Risen the wise.
Sorry?
Risen the wise. Everything here is out to get it.
Dizzy.
Hmm?
The mayor is likely part of this.
Oh yeah, she's the one that prays. The first time we talked to Robert, he said that the Marissa says the prayers during the sacrifice. So the mayor is absolutely part of this.
It's getting dark. There's a lot of rain. It would be relatively easy for us to find her in her manor.
Oh, she's working on papers right now. She doesn't have any guards either. I decided to go do a little recon around the village on my way back. She's just sitting there working on papers in her house. Not a person around. That could be because of the rain, but she doesn't keep a guard in the house, I can tell you that. At least not in the room she was working in.
It said she is the rightful ruler of this place, but it wouldn't hurt to have a conversation, I think.
Oh, we don't know how she became mayor. Rightful is a subjective word, but whatever.
Speaking to the sword.
What is the link between law and war here? Like, how do we conquer a village lawfully? Does war is a crime against the law of the land? Obviously, we declare war against the village.
She might be lying to everyone. Maybe she shouldn't be the mayor here.
My advice would be to speak to the mayor before we entertain dealing with the altar. We're not sure what she can invoke. That said, if we destroy the altar, then, well, it stops the cycle at the very least, so entirely up to you.
I'm good with confronting the mayor.
I want the sword to be effective. I don't want to fight a demon without the sword. So we can talk to the mayor. Let's bring the sword with us.
I agree.
Okay. I mean, we can try that.
I'm going to start talking, Mayor. Mayor, depending on your answers, whatever you say, and if your head gets cut off, it's your own fault.
Shall we?
Let's get her
You
done.
want to talk to the mayor first?
Guess so.
Okay.
Unless you want to split the party.
No. That would be a bad idea.
Alright, so you guys are making your way over to talk to the mayor?
Head to the manor.
Apparently.
Y'all know I am literally contributing almost nothing to this fight, right? got my 5 willpower. That's all you're getting.
We
The
just
rest is
steal the
all
manacle
us
before
playing.
we do that? Can we just steal the manacle before we do that? Just not the secret all the thing, but at least steal the manacle.
What, steal them?
I think we're going after the mayor first.
Yeah, just in case it generally went well with the mayor. Yeah, let's go.
All right. Are you guys sneaking up to the mayor's house, or are you just walking right up to the front door?
Raining real hard, right? Nobody's seeing us.
It is raining really hard.
Sun's getting awful low, big guy. I mean, rain's coming down really hard.
I mean, whoever's in charge can make that call.
I would just parade. Why fail stealth rolls?
I'm not stealthy, so
Right.
Yeah, stealth is not my strong suit either.
Yeah, it doesn't take you guys any time at all to cross this little village and get to the mayor's house. There's like some candle lights on, maybe an oil lamp.
I know you're bringing the sword, right?
I guess so.
Yeah. We really want to be clear that we are not members of this village to this sword, right? We do not have to abide by the laws of this land. We are not part of this land. We're just passing through.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that this land has laws. We're just passing through.
I was going to say, when you're passing through somebody's land, you're expected to respect their laws.
Yep.
Unless they're
Yep,
demon
we are.
worshippers.
No, just trap her. Just have a conversation, trap her. She'll slip. Sword will do the rest.
Here's hoping.
You guys make it up to the front door of the mayor's house.
The door unlocked?
Do you reach out to try?
Yeah.
It is locked.
I guess we're knocking. Mayor, we would have words with thee.
Oh, hey, you're a demon worshipper, hey?
I don't know how this conversation is going to go if I'm doing the talking.
Didn't think we'd lead with that.
So, as you knock, there's a answer from the other side. It's like, who is it? Who's out in this?
We're an adventuring party.
Out in this weather?
Yeah, something's come up. Gonna need to confer with you.
Which map do I like?
Very important.
So she opens the door. You do see, she's got her sword at her hip. She's not wearing her studded leather. She's like, oh, come in under the rain.
Thank you very much.
Have a seat by the fireplace if you care to.
I would love to. Such great comfort. It's coming down like a God's piss out there. And I'll move over to the fire.
Yoink.
So, out of curiosity, Caldy, since you're the one that's talking, what is
Okay.
your dominant emotion right now?
My dominant emotion right now
Yep.
Same thing I was going to do, Chris.
says I don't really want to be here right now. That's what my dominant emotion is. I'm here reluctantly.
Yeah, but what emotion is it? Like fear or like what's the reason why Caldy doesn't want to be here?
Uh, well, he thinks this conversation is going to go poorly. So, um, stressed maybe, not fear, because
Alright.
he's not. He doesn't think he doesn't think a fight's going to happen.
Okay, gotcha.
Dread.
It's like he's basically he's going to open this conversation by telling what Desi did to what's his face and what's his face said.
So yeah, so okay,
Oh, great.
So
she picks up that Caldy is stressed.
yeah,
Okay.
right. It's like he's got something to say, he doesn't really want to say it, kind of thing. Doesn't want to be here. Regrets having to be here. But because he's kind of loyal to the group, he feels he has to.
Okay. Right. So what sort of pressing business brings you out on a night like this?
Yeah, well, a bit of an apology. You know, there's a bit of magic going around in these lands, right? Some old artifacts and weird shit. I don't know anything about that stuff.
Yep.
But our friend here, Desi, nods over to Desi, through no fault of her own. What was the name of that guy she cut the ear off of? What was his name?
Robert.
Robert. Was having a conversation with Robert. You know that guy that ran away and came or went off, and we found him and brought him back.
Yeah, I know Robert.
Well,
Nice gentleman.
along our adventures, we found this magic sword, and Desi and Robert had a conversation, and apparently the sword didn't like it and cut his ear.
Oh.
Now he's all right. We tended to him, but we had to come. You know, it's very important to us that we come and apologize for the trouble we caused.
Desi is just staring at Caldy like, what the fuck?
Well,
Now, I think it's very important to tell the reasons that this sword didn't like Robert.
Chris, I have a thing while this is going on.
okay,
I'm going to cast Obscure Magic,
okay.
which is not an action.
Yep.
I'll safe cast it.
Okay.
It's a rank 2, so I can do that. Say cast 1. Okay. So unless they're doing detect magic, they're not going to notice what I'm doing.
Yep.
I'm using every bit of my manipulation ability that I have on this, by the way.
And then I'm going to cast Stir the Blood.
Okay.
Stir the Blood, using the spell, basically their emotions are going to come forth. How that works is totally GM, but basically I'm just trying to make her play her card, right?
Gotcha.
And I don't have that spell on my list.
Swordblade? Should have. Right under Toll of the Grave. Because I see it on your sheet.
I don't see Toll the Grave either.
Huh, that's really weird because I'm literally looking at your character sheet.
Yeah, me too.
Are you looking at her talents?
Yeah. So sense magic, befoul, firewalker, magic seal, magical seal, chill the grave, stir the blood.
Stir the blood was what you were looking for, right?
Oh shit. Okay, I'm an idiot.
No worries.
We'll safe cast that.
Okay.
And the ingredient for that, chalice of wine. I don't have one of those. So basically, I'm just trying to amp her whatever emotion that Caldy's trying to do. Just trying to amplify that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to talk through circles right now.
Yeah. So as Caldy's talking to her, and you kind of like very subtly try to get her emotions, your spell has no effect.
Ooh, interesting.
All right. What? I'll continue. Just continuing on. Well, what happened was apparently during the conversation, this guy Robert kind of let it be known that he ran off to avoid a very unpleasant obligation of some sort, and this sword is some sort of justice sword. I don't know what it is, but because he ran off, it attacked him through no fault of Desi's. But only wounded him because he came back. Now, I'm kind of worried about this magic stuff. I don't understand it. I want to make sure that nobody here gets attacked by this damn sword because we left the land without getting being righteous with the Lord. And I assume you're the Lord?
This is my village, yes.
So I'm scared to leave. I'm scared for myself, and I'm scared for my compatriots here to leave without you giving your, I guess, blessing for us to leave unmolested. That no crime was committed, no harm, no foul.
Oh no, you're free to go.
Spectacular. Well, that's a load off. One more thing, and I'm doing my best Columbo bit here.
Just one more question.
Just one more question.
Where did he get that?
I am a bit
dingy
concerned
trench
about this terrible obligation that Robert has to undergo.
It's not a terrible obligation, it's civic duty.
Civic duty seems a lot like human sacrifice. Am I missing it there? He seemed awful happy to see us, thinking that one of us was going to take his place.
That is traditionally how it works if there are not lottery winners in the city or in the village at the time. Yeah.
Now, we're perfectly clear and we're perfectly safe.
I would advise you not to be here tomorrow evening.
Do you speak for a higher authority? Is this some sort of...
And she kind of smirks and she says, "No, I do not."
Ah.
Are all the towns... We haven't traveled a lot. I guess maybe we have.
Right.
Are all the towns under a... Is there a king or something?
No. No.
I'm getting the impression you're a lot younger than... You're a lot older than you look. You wear it very well.
I suppose technically the island is under the purview of the Emperor. I suppose.
Words are cool.
And she kind of like whirls around at Trusty and says, "Or him."
Who I suppose would be your boss. Yes.
No.
No, because you're you're getting your own souls, right? And as opposed to the ones that Jakul is supposed to get.
And she looks over at Caldy. So, it's a small price to pay for the village to prosper.
Well, I have no dog in the fight because I don't want my soul to go to either one of you.
There is no avoiding that fate.
Well, survive until I get off the damn island, right?
She smiles. She says, "Many have tried."
Yeah. There's always got to be the first, right?
Dizzy.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to doubt that this particular individual has a deal with Jakul, who clearly has rule over this island in his own way.
Is
Beginning to think that this individual is circumventing their own laws from their own nature, if that makes any sense.
she human?
No, she is definitely not human. She's the demon.
Or Dizzy's not the brightest? And she really
Only
wants
will flat out say
Mayor
it.
to
So,
confirm.
so I think what's going on here, Trustius, if catch me up if I'm wrong, because I don't know shit about shit. The mayor here is actually the demons getting the souls and taking them away from this big devil demon person. I don't know what side be on.
As Caldy says this, she walks towards Caldy and starts to draw out her sword.
Initiative.
Don't be like that.
And
Dizzy takes this.
Don't be like that. Why you got to be a hater?
She very clearly says, "You can leave my town alive. I will allow that. Robert will do his civic duty, and we will continue."
I have no dog in this fight. I am a peddler, not a warrior, as you can probably tell, as this 72-year-old goblin emphasizes as he gets up and walks towards the door where all of my cohorts are standing. Emphasizes his age and his frailty.
Oh, except for me, I'm sitting next to you, so I'm going to get up at this point.
Thank you for your hospitality. And I think that's all I needed. Just permission, and hopefully the sword is happy with us now. As he kind of moves past, shoulders past Desi and out the.
Dizzy, I believe this individual is an usurper.
It certainly sounds like she's stealing souls from Jaku's.
Don't pull her sword out.
Hey, if we could justify it to the sword, we're okay.
What do you think, Breath?
She is the lord of this land.
Fuck.
I don't think she is.
Then have this Jakuz declare her a criminal.
Oh. Have Jaku's declare her a criminal. Yeah. Okay. Desi will start kind of walking backwards toward Caldy.
Okay. Out the door.
Out the door. I mean, she's going to kind of wait at the door and make sure that Trustius and the rest are coming as well.
Yep.
Because she'd rather not leave, like, Trestius and God, my brain just went completely blank.
Okatai.
Okatai, thank you. She'd rather not leave Trestius and Okatai behind.
Well, don't. Caldy's just leaning on the door waiting for you guys to do your thing.
Yeah.
Hey, I uncovered the demon. That was my job.
So, we'll just be making our way out of town right now.
Not gonna kill the demon?
Not at the moment.
Right, Trustius, what are you doing?
I'm gonna make my way past Desi, staring at his feet like he does with his book clutched to his chest. And just as he's passing Desi, he'll just look over and at the bear and one more thing, and spit out some arcanic words. And I'm gonna attempt to bind demon.
All right. Since she is
I
not
got him
surprised. Since she
She is not surprised. No.
So that will be. That will be initiative. I'll draw first because she draws 2 cards.
Yeah, but I'm instigating this fight for sure.
She'll take the one that she drew.
Yeah, no shit.
Or am I drawing as well?
May as well, just in case.
Aha!
Nice.
I forget, low is better in this?
Low is better, yeah.
Trestius, are we trading?
Oh, we are. Yeah, we absolutely are.
I did 2 things then.
Oh, sure. I guess I should roll 2.
I mean, me or Okatai, depending on how it goes. Like, Okatai can do damage to a demon. We're assuming this is a demon, so.
Ooh.
Sure as hell gonna find out.
I'll see how the roll goes and I'll follow up.
Come on, Okatai. I think the Trustius moved past Desi, right?
Yeah.
You said that as you were going past her. You were casting your thing.
Yeah, bind demons fast, so.
Better be.
Hope so.
I mean, it might not work, but.
Can you roll there, Yorick, or do you need me to?
When I try to roll, it tells me I need to select the token I control, and I cannot somehow.
Right. You got a 4. All right. So Caldy and Marissa are going at the same time.
Well, I'm trading with either Trestius or Okatai, whoever wants it. I'm thinking Trestius for the bind demon, right?
It's hit or miss, right? So. He can do more damage. I can do more card control.
All right, Okatai, you're even. Trestius, you're odd. I'm rolling a D.
Honestly, I'll just trust this though, because if he does his thing, he takes control, and if it fails, I'm just gonna smash it. Does it make sense?
It makes sense. Yeah. Let me go first.
Okay.
And you're safe in the back anyway, so.
I'm outdoors.
Yeah.
I flat out told her I didn't want anything to do with this.
All right. So she and Trustius go at the same time.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm doing Bind Demon.
All right, so you're doing Bind Demon. She is going to charge you, but you're on the other side of Desi, so Desi is going to take the brunt of this.
Yeah, well, I have a
Oh,
defender in
no!
front of me. That's Desi's whole job.
It is.
All those shitty rolls let you do what you're doing now. Oh my god.
Eek.
All right. Desi, you could parry if you like, and yeah, she actually wait. She's going to spend a willpower to do. No, you can parry first.
Can I parry or dodge?
That's up to you.
You want to parry, right? Because don't you have shield stuff?
I do, but I also have fast footwork, which gives me bonuses as well.
Yeah.
I think my bonuses on the shield work, though, are higher.
Yeah, you don't have your shield up though.
Okay.
Why would you
Like-
not have your shield?
Like, I'm assuming you guys didn't go in to talk to her with your weapons still.
I mean, I didn't, but sounds like parry time.
I didn't say that I was pulling out my sword when Caldy walked by me, so
So dodge it is.
dodge it is. So I dodge for free once every round of combat.
Yep. So it's a move roll,
Get a plus-
and it is -2 if you want to remain on your feet.
I would prefer to remain on my feet.
Okay.
But it'll only be a -1 because I have fast footwork. So I get a +1 bonus whenever I dodge.
And you could spend a willpower to use whatever skill you want, right?
Okay, so instead of agility, I would like to use strength.
What skill would you like to use?
Oh. I will use endurance.
Okay.
I'm not sure what's normally used for dodging.
Move.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I would definitely rather use endurance because that's a 7 instead of 5. So how do I change that on my little dodge
You just
thing?
click your endurance skill.
Okay.
And endurance at -1.
Okay.
No, not enough.
I will push.
You can if you like.
So I would like her not to hit me.
Okay. She does miss. You do take 1 point to strength.
No,
Yep.
still a win.
Yep.
Okay. So, and as you move it away, she spends a point of willpower to attack you a second time. Doesn't get her
This
charge
seems
bonus.
fine.
Is this
Oh,
considered?
miss.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to ask if this is considered another round, but
No, it's not. It's a fighter talent. All right, Trustius, since you went at the same time as her.
Bind even.
All right. Let's see how this goes.
hopefully really well.
Hopefully, really, really well. Turns out she's a pan satyr or something.
Let me check what the bind demon is. I think it was chalice of wine or something.
It's a pentagram, I believe.
Pentagram. So minor action. I do have chalk. I will use make a pentagram.
Nope. Chalk is chalk. Pentagram is pentagram.
I can't make a pentagram with
Nope.
chalk.
Nope, because it's got to be like the metal, like symbol.
Oh, okay, the whole thing.
Yep.
I pulled one out of my bag.
I can actually safe cast that.
The big thing with safe casting though is the power level is less, and the power level determines her penalty.
Yeah. I think the follow up is the one that I need the willpower for. So.
Yep. Yeah.
Power level 1.
All right. So she makes insight at -1, I believe.
Looks like it. Yep. We'll test the insights just to see how many dice he rolls. That's a lot of dice.
All right. So you do the you try to cast the bind demon, and her eyes flash yellow, and she is now completely and totally fixated on destroying you.
Perfect. But it's a demon.
100% yes.
So I will make sure everyone is aware that is 100% a demon.
Right. Ryzen, you're up.
Oh, great. She's like right in front of me practically. Isn't she?
Taunt
Yep.
that thing. Taunt it.
Taunt it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You can make a performance roll, and every success you get would give her a -1 penalty on her next attacks.
Okay, I'll do that. Performance?
Performance.
Okay. Ha! You're absolutely pathetic. You friggin' hell. We saw right through this, you friggin'. Let's see. We'll put more into manipulation than performance, but still a success, though.
Yep. So that'll give her a -1 on the next thing she does.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. See, she's coming after me, so that's -1. That's good.
Can I do that too?
I was going to say it's probably not worth pushing because I could make it worse.
No, 1's good.
Oh, okay.
Just gonna double check.
Okay.
Because I don't know if it's her next action or her next attack, and that could be important for you guys.
Is that like a skill you have, or is that something anybody can do?
Anybody with performance.
I think. Oh, you have to have at least one stat in performance?
Oh no, it just makes you better at it.
So you can roll your empathy, I guess.
Yeah, my empathy is 4. Or performance
go.
is 0.
Taunt is amazing against bosses.
So
Well,
performance. It's a slow action. Enemy has to be short range, able to understand your language. Cannot taunt monsters or animals. She's not quite a monster, but kind of a monster. Demons are weird.
Oh, no? Oh, okay.
So, if you succeed, choose one of the following. The enemy is angered and has to direct their next attack towards you.
Oh,
Or the enemy is distracted and the next roll is modified by -1.
I like distracted.
Okay, so it's their next roll that is modified. Okay.
is it compound? Is it worth me doing?
Yep. Desi, you're up. Unless there's a fast action Ryzen would like to do, like if you want to draw your club or if you do.
Yeah, I'm going to draw my club.
Okay. Right, Desi.
Well.
I think it's magic sword o'clock.
I think it is too, but I have to try to think of how I'm going to concentrate toward the sword.
I tried to sell it that she is going against Jakuz.
Who's the lord of the
Yeah.
land?
The sword was very clear that you would have to get Jakuz to declare her a criminal. You guys just saying so?
Yeah.
The sword doesn't buy it.
from the conversations that I've had with the sword and with Andra, if the mayor just attacked someone without declaring them a criminal first, is that an offense?
What, attempted murder?
No, because as the Lord of the Land, she has the right of life and death over the people who dwell within it.
Ah, damn
Brick neighborhood.
it. Yeah, right?
Typical feudal society.
I hate
Problems
this
have-
life
town.
matter.
We have to get Jakuz to actually formally say something, but the mayor can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, how does this sword not know that none of us are Jakuz?
None of you have told you that you guys work for Jakuz.
Well, that's the thing, but we haven't said we're not, so you could try to play the I am Jakuz card and see if it'll buy it.
And the other thing, Desi's well aware that that Andra knows exactly who Jakuz is.
Okay.
She used to work for
That
him.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Now, I haven't tried using the sword when it doesn't want to be used yet, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to try to use Breath
Okay.
against Marissa,
Okay. Give me an insight roll.
and I'm.
And karma.
Yeah, if I had karma that I could add to this. Would I be able to use might instead? Because I'm strong enough to wield it?
Yep. That's part of being a human.
I will use might instead.
Just remember to tick off the willpower.
Yep, I do. I am.
You've never used it before.
All right. So yeah, and the sword is heavy in your hand, but you are strong enough to not necessarily bend it to your will, but to force it to your will.
Excellent. I am going to force it to attack Marissa.
All right. Are you gonna slash or stab?
I don't think I have a difference.
The difference is what type of critical you inflict if you get to that point, and her difficulty to parry with a sword.
Okay, and I know from experience that it's harder, easier to parry which.
With a weapon, it is harder to parry a stab.
Okay, I will try to stab her.
Okay.
And I don't think I have any talents that work with that. No, everything's defensive.
So many dice.
Hmm.
I like the roll though.
The roll was good. Seems good.
She brushes your sword aside with hers.
Oh. Nasty.
Is she -1 for taunt? No?
Oh, no, sorry, -1 for the taunt.
Oh,
I will
good.
re-roll that. Okay.
Nice.
So she is going to take 2 damage. She does not have her armor on.
Good. I do.
All right. So as you jab your spear into her, and she tries to, and at just as she tries to parry, Ryzen speaks up at that moment, and her attention gets distracted just ever so slightly. And you stick her in the belly, and it kind of rips upward, far easier than you would have thought, as her skin just kind of sloughs off.
Ooh.
Ah, okay.
This is a pretty brutal game.
Rotting from the inside out. Gotcha. Don't
And
make
then
deals with demons.
Yeah.
I think she's just
That's,
wearing a skin suit.
Yeah.
There's a demon inside, and she's wearing the skin suit on her. So that's it.
Uh-huh. That's nasty.
And it is, in fact, very nasty. I'm going to need all of you to make insight rolls.
I guess I'm peeking in, so I have to make that too, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, and you
Can
hear... yeah, if you want to spend another willpower, you can use the skill of your choice.
Absolutely, I will use endurance. I'm stronger than this shit. I have to wait until everyone's dice is off my character sheet to see it. There we go.
I got a success. I got a success. I can't complain.
Alrighty, so she got 2 successes. So, Caldy, you take 1 point of damage to wits. Ryzen takes 1 point of damage to wits. Trusteus.
I do? It doesn't say I do.
Well, it's a fear-based attack, so basically your insight roll is kind of like a parry. So your 1 success cancels out 1 of hers, so she only does 1 damage instead of 2.
So do I have to click the box? Because it didn't do it automatically. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, you have to click the box.
Okay.
Trusteus takes 1 point of damage to wits.
Okay.
I'm used to it automatically doing the damage. I'm like, what?
Desi gets 2 successes, so she is fine.
This is why I'm here.
And Okatai, York, can you roll or do you need B2?
I didn't know that I had to roll for that one. What was that?
Insight.
No, no.
Insight versus a fear-based attack.
It's working.
And yeah, and she kind of like unfolds, and like her arms kind of like unfold and kind of snap into place like a transformer with these large claws that go clickety clack. She kind of like shakes the remnants of her skin suit off, like like you're drunkenly shaking your pant leg off.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy.
That is so gross.
Oh, is there a picture?
No.
Oh, I thought you posted a picture.
The wrong page is reloading for some reason.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see you in Foundry, so I can roll insight for you though.
If reloading, but you can roll for me in the meantime.
Okay. No successes. Would you like to push it? You didn't get any skulls on the initial roll. Sorry, what was that?
Yes, please, if you can reroll.
Still nothing. 2
But
points.
no damage. So
2 points of damage to wits. That's the downside to pushing the insight roll, is she's doing damage to your wits, and if you push the insight roll, it's screwed up.
but no extra damage from the push.
Right. Desi, anything else?
Pull your shield.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. Is it a fast action to pull out my shield?
Okay.
Excellent.
Okatai, you're up. You see a bona fide demon in front of you.
Well, glad we can finally be honest with each other and be our real selves. I'm gonna use my fast action to unsheath both my weapon because of ambidextrous,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use a banish demon on it.
Okay.
Take this reloaded and I'll be able to roll it. Just give me a second.
Okay. Yeah. And by the time she is like fully like unfolded, she's probably a good like 9.5, 10 feet tall. Kind of like
Yeah, we see that.
bent over, you know, so that her head's not brushing the ceiling.
So, sex is off the table now. Assuming it was on the table.
Say that, but we've been on this island for a long time.
We haven't been there that long yet, I don't think.
You guys have, in fact, been on the island for 17 days.
Oh, man.
Wow. Time flies when you're constantly running from death.
It's been a rough 17 days.
Nice.
We're already pissing out demons.
Put time in a bottle.
Oh.
Only 713 more of my sentence to go. I'm sure I'm going to make it.
Come on, Okatai, shoot that thing.
Fine, just pay real high. That was better if I roll it because willpower 10 and all that. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not even seeing you in Foundry right now.
Supposed to be him.
Yeah, I don't see either.
Give me a sec. Let me try something.
Goddamn technology.
Yeah.
Oh, you played with me for a while. You know how technology loves me.
Yep. So, I did notice one of the things they announced today at the D&D big announcement was their integrated digital platform. It's like it's like part Tailspire, part Hero Forge, part D&D Beyond.
Very impressive if they actually make a game that was decent.
Yeah.
Should be back in.
Yep, I'm seeing you now.
Okay, I can do my spell now. Banish Demon. Safe casting reduces the power level, but I roll less dice. Is that how it works?
Yes, you spend one less willpower, which means you're rolling less dice, which means there's less chance of increasing the power level. Because the power level is based off of the willpower you spend. So safe
Nuke
casting.
it till it glows.
Safe casting is safer, but less powerful.
You just need to spend a shit ton of willpower on that roll. So I'm gonna save cast because I'm putting a shit ton of willpower on that roll.
All right.
But somehow on the tablet it doesn't let me spend willpower. Damn it! Oh, okay, I'll need your help to roll that. Sorry.
Banished demon.
Banished demon.
Okay, how much willpower would you like to spend?
10.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Just do or die.
All right.
It definitely is.
But
Let's
I'd
hope
like
we
to
do.
save cast. I'd like to save cast to give me a 10.
Oh god!
Oh.
Oh my god!
All right. So power level 14. That's inflicts damage to strength equal to the power level on a demonic target. This thing does not have 14 strength.
I hope not.
Young Clovers didn't have that.
But magic mishap.
It's always a magic mishap.
It raises a zombie ankylosaur.
Stampy!
I mean, if you want a zombie ankylosaur, we can go get one.
No thanks.
Actually, it's not terrible because the spell also affects a friend or other unintended victim. A healing or helping spell affects an enemy alongside the intended target.
Hey, banish one of us off the island.
But thankfully, it only does damage to demons, and if any of you are secretly a demon, you disappear. But
Sorry, guys.
Am I secretly a demon?
no, Trustius is not secretly a demon.
I was going to say, secretly, Trustius is the only non-demon, and the rest of us disappear.
Is my sword secretly a demon?
Everyone,
no.
but Justice is
Oh,
fine.
good. Whew.
Sounds like you didn't know that, Tony. Is that one more thing off your list?
The all creation of Justice, just his imagination summoning demon to keep him company.
The spell, thankfully, has no effect on demon-tainted creatures, only on true demons.
Let's hope that was a true demon.
Yes, she was not demonically tainted. So as this being erupts from Marissa, and starts to like unfold in a vaguely reptilian, insectoid, goopy kind of way, you guys are like, oh shit! There's like this this glow from Okatai, and he just like from his like feet all the way through, like all of his fur kind of stands on end, as just this like charge of power builds and builds in him, and then like just like lashes out, and you guys like kind of like put your hands up to kind of protect your eyes from this flash, and when you can blink again, the demon's not there.
What just happened?
I killed the
Desi's
demon.
got like breath in one hand and shield in the other. You did what?
You told me we killed the demon. I killed the demon.
Good job.
I don't know how to deal with most things. The demon, they taught me how.
Okay.
My boy, you did spectacular.
Desi's staring at Okatai like almost like she's never seen him before. Like, what the fuck?
We keep this up, we might get off this island after all.
Oh,
Well, you might, but I'm not getting off this island.
Well, we got one more demon to kill at least, right?
Yeah, probably.
We don't want to die here.
And Caldy, as you, since Caldy's outside and Trustius is kind of outside, you notice as you look around, parts of the village, not the entire thing, but parts of the village are starting to just kind of crumble and fall apart. You see the crops. They don't wither completely, but they're a lot less vibrant. Some of the buildings are definitely more ruinous than they were before. People are kind of, even in the rain, kind of like coming out of their homes, and they look kind of like shell-shocked. Kind of, blinking in the rain. I'm just kind of like looking around, looking at one another, looking at the village like they're trying to comprehend what just happened.
Okatai heats his weapon and goes sit in the chair next to the fire. Back to a bit of a slump.
I think Trustius is going to sit next to Ryzen for the fire and let these people figure out what they should do next.
But on that note, as everybody's kind of reeling from what just happened, I think we'll call it there.
All right.
yikes. Yeah, wasn't seeing a 14 coming.
Well, it could have turned really bad, but last game I did everything bad, so I got lots of willpower. I'm keeping that for tonight. Like I did everything bad last game, and I lost my pride last game also. That was my game without a pride.
That's how magic. Excuse me. That's how magic works, right? Magic always works. There's so much danger because when you roll it, a mishap can literally kill you.
Yep.
But if you're at 10 willpower, and you're just like, I'm dumping 10 willpower, you just kind of win, right?
Yep.
And if you don't, you're in a big pile of trouble.
My two choice was either Bandit Demon at 10 willpower or Find Prey at 10 willpower, so I can plus 10 on everything I do against her for the next team.
Yeah.
That was my two except for killing that.
All right. So XP participate. Yes. Travel through at least a hex. No. Discover a new adventure site. No. Defeat one or more monsters. Yes. Find a treasure worth 1 gold or more. No.
I haven't really looked yet.
Build a function in your stronghold. I'm going to say yes, because I know we've discussed you guys taking over this village as your stronghold.
That's the plan, yeah.
Activate your pride. No. Suffer from your PC or dark secret. No. Risk your life for another PC.
Defending Colby.
No, not really.
Not really. Not really.
Perform an extraordinary action. Definitely a 10 willpower magic dump. So that'd be 1, 2, 3. So that'd be 3 XP for everybody and 4 for Yorick.
Well done, York.
Yay.
But yes, for next time we'll start getting into kind of the stronghold thing. So the initial stronghold setup, there will be some bookkeeping involved on that sort of stuff. But the primary thing is, assuming you guys want to keep the stronghold, you're going to need to generate income to hire some people.
We have a Caldy.
So, yep. So there's some options there. But I will let you know that there is both a smithy and an inn in this village. Both of which do certain things once they're staffed, either by a PC staffing them or by a hireling staffing them.
All right, just keep in mind that I need a bit more experience points before I can start pulling stuff out that's worth gold. Right now we're at silver.
So yeah, you guys have to kind of decide. And now there's things like, that you're relatively close to a forest, so you could pay some of the townsfolk, like, hey, sorry we destroyed your way of life, but here's some copper pieces, go chop down some trees.
Sorry, we destroyed your way of life.
Yeah.
You're actually going to have to use fertilizer now.
Right.
Like peasants.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And one of the things is if you guys leave the stronghold and it's not defended, there's a chart I roll on to see what happens.
Cool.
Of course there is.
If you guys don't perform upkeep or hire a handyman to do the upkeep, there's a chart I roll on, and that chart is bad. I think one of the things on that chart is fires break out and sweep through your stronghold. 1d6 structures are destroyed.
Ooh.
I think that's all we have is 1d6 structures, isn't it?
You have 2. So there's a lot of. It's not as, I don't think it's as micromanagey as Conan Exiles is. It's largely just keeping track of what you have for resources, what you have for hirelings, what you're paying them. There's actually a stronghold sheet to help you manage it.
All right.
But it does mean as well that it's another avenue for XP as you start to expand your stronghold. And if you've traveled away from your stronghold and come back to it, you gain a willpower at a maximum rate of 1 per session.
Coming back home.
Yeah. So yeah, coming back home fills you with that sense of security, providing it's still standing and hasn't burnt to the ground.
Well, Ogatai is the MVP.
Yeah,
Yay.
that was
Good job.
unexpected.
Yeah, well, I mean, 14 power is a very powerful spell, and you guys lucked in with the mishap. Like, affects another target, but none of you guys are demons, so it's like, that's probably actually for that spell, that's probably the best that you could have gotten on the chart.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean that would have killed anybody here
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, there would be a demon among us that would have been 2 for 1.
My chest cheese medic got a little tingly.
Interesting way of finding out, though.
All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. I think the next one is Shining Seas.
Yeah, D&D tomorrow, Star Trek on Sunday. Saturday. Fallout on Sunday.
Season 2 of Star Trek.
Season 2 of Star Trek.
Yes. I'm all excited.
I should figure out what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll see
Want to.
you in the next one.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good night, folks.
All right, take care. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, enjoy your vacation, Mark.
Thank you. Don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll figure it out as I go.
Awesome.
Great.